Good morning and welcome, USA Wager Sports Brief. I am your host, Rodney Knuppel. This is Take Two version. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Camera literally just completely wiped out as I am talking. Hopefully, if you followed the first couple minutes of the show, we'll just recap what went on the first few minutes, redo the show this morning. Sorry to take a few minutes of your time there. This is the best 10 minutes of your sports day. USA Wager Sports Brief. I am Rodney Knuppel. Let's get on with the show. All right, once again, USA Wager Sports Brief. I am your host, Rodney Knuppel. Here we go. Last night, let's start in the NBA, where the Philadelphia 76ers went up in their series 2-1 on the Atlanta Hawks with a 127-111 win. The big difference was the 34-19 third quarter, where the 76ers took charge after halftime, beat the Hawks. Joel Embiid, 27 points, 9 rebounds. They will get back at it on Monday. They got an extra day off, but they get back at it on Monday. Philly will stay in Atlanta. And the top seed in the East, the Philadelphia 76ers, lead that series 2-1. Of course, on the other side, Brooklyn and Milwaukee are getting together. That's a 2-1 series as well. So it should be interesting there in the Eastern Conference. 4 teams, 2 good series so far. But Philadelphia leads that series 2-1 heading into Monday's Game 4. In the other game last night in the Western Conference, Phoenix is now 1 win away from the Western Conference Finals, the NBA semifinals, as they picked up a 116-102 win over the Denver Nuggets. Suns lead that series 3-0 behind Chris Paul and his 27 points. The fountain of youth, Chris Paul. The stat line of the game came from the MVP of the league, Nikola Jokic. He had 30 points, 20 rebounds, 10 assists, and a loss. It was the home game after the MVP award, so it was kind of a celebration for him. Tough night for Denver as they'll get back in action on Sunday, trailing that series 3-0. And could be a rough week for the city of Denver. After Avalanche led their series 2-0, lost 4 straight to be eliminated by Vegas. Now the Nuggets have lost 3 straight and are 1 loss away from being eliminated in the NBA playoffs. So that is a look at Friday's action. Tonight in the NBA, Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, and company will look to go up 3-0 against the Los Angeles Clippers. Jazz are plus 4.5 on the road today. Jazz just continue to pick up steam. They've won 6 straight games since losing their first game in the postseason to Memphis. Donovan Mitchell's been absolutely outstanding. That 4.5, 5 points is tough. I don't think I like the line. I do think the Clippers can find a way to win at home here. They did win their game 7 at home. Did play a little bit better at home. I do think the Clippers find a way to win at home. In fact, I think they can win this game at home. But that 5 points is tough for me. Utah is really scrappy and going to continue to play well. 223.5 is your total. That is a look at the NBA for Friday and Saturday. Of course, there'll be more action tomorrow in the NBA. All right, no ice last night. No National Hockey League. We are down to 4 teams in the NHL playoffs. The first game would be the New York Islanders at the Tampa Bay Lightning. That is the quote-unquote seeds, 3 seed versus the 2 seed. So you took all 4 teams, you reseeded them. Vegas is the number 1 seed. They will host Montreal starting tomorrow after Vegas won 4 straight against Colorado and eliminated the Avalanche. So down to 4 teams in the NHL playoffs. They'll get started tomorrow, and then obviously the other series will start Monday, and they'll just alternate nights. We'll get a hockey game here for the next 10 nights or so as the 2 series start tomorrow. So that is a look at the NHL. Islanders and Tampa Bay get together tomorrow. Vegas hosts Montreal on Monday. All right, Major League Baseball. St. Louis Cardinals scored 5 early, led the game 5-1, lost the game 8-5 as the Cubs pounded out the St. Louis bullpen. And the Cubs remained top of the NL Central, tied with the Milwaukee Brewers, who also won last night's game as well. So that is the start of trying to pull up the right MLB slate here on the – things are going all over the place. All right, there we go. Friday's MLB scores. Giants beat the Nationals 1-0. Anthony DeSclafani with a complete game shutout. He beat Max Scherzer's start. Scherzer did not take the loss as Giants scored late. Giants won 1-0. San Francisco continues to play well. Aaron Savelli came away with 8 strong innings. Shutout baseball as Cleveland topped Seattle 7-0. The White Sox beat the Tigers 5-4-10 despite Liam Hendriks' temper tantrum during the rain. He threw a tantrum. They came back and won in the 10th inning. Other scores yesterday, Reds beat the Rockies 11-5. Brewers stayed hot with a 7-4 win over the lowly Pirates. Arizona lost again. Angels beat them 6-5, and the Dodgers whipped Texas 12-1. All right, a ton, and I mean a ton of afternoon games here in Major League Baseball. The Saturday afternoon slate is very chock full of games. Let's go over Saturday's MLB slate. All right, the afternoon games. San Francisco is at Washington. That was a good game yesterday, very low scoring. They'll get back in action today. The Yankees are at they got Jameson Taillon. Who are the Yankees at? They're at the Phillies. It doesn't make sense, does it? Yankees, Phillies? Yeah, sure. It is who they're playing. Yankees, Phillies, Jameson Taillon on the mound for the Yankees. Kansas City is at Oakland. Toronto is at Boston. The Padres are at the Mets. That's Joe Musgrove and Marcus Stroman. That's a pretty good matchup. The Padres match and Mets in New York. Pretty good matchup there. Colorado is at Cincinnati. The White Sox are at Detroit. Baltimore is at Tampa Bay. Atlanta is at Miami. Pittsburgh is at Milwaukee. The Brewers are minus 300 today with Corbin Burns going. Big favorites there. Look at them on run line. Still not going to get all the value out of that. The Angels are at Arizona, and Seattle is at Cleveland. Those are your afternoon games for Saturday. If you're looking at tonight, it is Cubs-Cardinals, 6:15 Central Time. It's John Gant for the Cardinals. It's Kyle Hendricks for the Cubs. Houston is at Minnesota. The Giants and Washington will play a second game, and then Texas is at the Dodgers. The Dodgers are minus 310. So you thought the Brewers are big favorites. The Dodgers are even more favorite. They've got Trevor Bauer on the mound today for the Dodgers. All right, that is a look at Saturday's Major League Baseball slate. All right, moving to golf. The Palmetto Championship is halfway over, and Chesson Hadley with a 2-stroke lead. He's at minus 11, but if you look at Vegas betting odds, there's a guy just below Hadley that a lot of people are going to like, and that's Dustin Johnson. Dustin Johnson's been really good as well. Hadley's been a little bit better. Push comes to shove with a little pressure. We'll see what happens, but Hadley has a 2-stroke lead heading into the final 2 days, with Dustin Johnson just 2 strokes behind. So something to keep an eye on there in South Carolina. NASCAR today, Alsco uniforms 250. Okay, so if you are a racing fan, there is a race today as well. Arizona will see MMA. UFC 263 is in action. That's a little bit later in the day this evening. There in Arizona, it's hot. It's very hot in Arizona, and they'll be inside, but enjoy the heat there out west. And then, of course, WNBA scores from Friday. The Storm topped the Dream 86-75. The Wings smacked the Mercury 77-59. And then tonight in the WNBA, the Sky are at the Fever and the Sparks are at the Lynx. And that is a look at your Friday scores and Saturday slate in the WNBA. All right. This is the USA Wager Sports Brief. I am your host, Rodney Knuppel. Hopefully, you have been sticking around. Hopefully, you saw Tanner Kern's Major League Baseball picks. He's been playing and picking very well as of late. So make sure you, if you haven't already, go back and watch and listen to his picks. Just a few minutes. He'll give you just the picks. You get some winners, you'll move on. He'll be back on the next day. I'll also be on tomorrow. I don't know about my time, depending on what life brings at me at that time. Typically, during the week, 9:30 a.m. Central, almost on the dot. But when it's before, when it's after, you can always catch it. All the stations you find it on. Once we go live, you can check it again. You can watch it again, whatever you choose to do. This is the Sports 2.0 Network, USA Wager. Once again, USA Wager Sports Brief with your host, Rodney Knuppel. I'll be back on tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Central. And then I've got the Get the Kids to Bed version of the Sports 2.0 show Sunday night with my main man, Tim Van Stratton. Looking forward to that. All right, so long for just a while. This is the USA Wager Sports Brief.